Hey guys, it's Neil coming to you from his van as usual. I hope you're doing well on this glorious day. We're having a nice late summer in Northern Ireland. Sorry, just fixing my wing mirror. I'm reversing. I'm in West Belfast. In West Belfast, born and raised. At a riot was where I spent most of my days. No, I'm not from West Belfast, but still, that's where I am. I hope you're doing well. This video is a sad video. It is a farewell video to a friend, and a friend all in the XJW community. Oh, there goes an ambulance. I'm speaking, of course, about the fragrant Louise Harper, nay Louise Good, or Katy Kitten, if you know her YouTube channel, which I'm sure you do. Louise Harper, pardon me, Louise, was one of my inspirations for starting doing YouTube videos. The first YouTube video I ever did, I actually did it because I was really sad. I had a bad experience in a new job, left it, was on sick leave, was truly miserable, and I thought I must be able to do something positive, you know, short of killing myself. And I made an XJW video, and the person who actually mentioned it was John Cedars, Lloyd Evans, a person who I do not like personally, but who was kind enough to do it at the time. Anyway, my video was so sad because I was sad, and then I came upon Louise Harper, sorry, Louise, or Katy Kitten, and she wanted to laugh, she wanted to make fun of the witnesses, and she did so effectively and so well. And I like to think that I was Jesus to her John the Baptist, because she did it for a while and then sort of spluttered down to a slow stop, concentrating on other things. I just carried on, took up the mantle and carried on, and hopefully, you know, did it in the same vein as her. And anyone who's came to me over the years, I would get many comments, and people would say to me, like conspiratorially, in a polite way, they'd say, "Hey Neil, I don't want to talk out of turn, but there's this lady called Louise, well, at the time Good, or Katy Kitten, and she's making YouTube videos that are just like yours." And I would have to tell them, no, thank you very much for warning me, but if you go back and look at Louise's videos, you'll actually discover that I'm making videos just like hers, because she was doing them 2 years earlier than me, and that's awesome. So Louise has announced that she is no longer doing XJW work. I had the honour of being involved in the first London protest, to date still, that's the 2018 protest, still biggest protest in XJW history. Over the course of the weekend we had several hundred people. Had a fantastic opportunity to meet up, and Louise is one of the people I met up with, and who we spoke to on the phone, by email, and arranged. What a fantastic event, and I was so proud to be a part of it with her. She was not the only one, there were others, but this video is about her. And she's announced she's quitting, and I just wanted to say thank you to Louise, because she has done an awful lot of good in this world, both in her job, as you know, professionally, and as a person who's tried to help others through her humour and through her wit and through her organising. And I will miss her XJW-ness. To be truthful, it's something that I have been slowly extricating myself from. Oh, there's a man just walking along drinking vodka. I'm in West Belfast, baby. And I've been extricating myself from XJW world too. I've sort of slowly come to the conclusion that although I've helped a lot of people leave, and I've met a lot of great people, I've also met some enormous tools, and I think maybe it's time to move on and do other more important things, which I've said before, but I always find myself dragged back here. I don't know why. Guys, Louise, you are an awesome person, and will always be someone that I admire and like, and thank you very much for your inspiration and your support.